fire up the play clock on the online OT. Looking ahead to Super Bowl 45, the Steelers taking on the Packers. We've got 2 weeks to break this game down from every possible angle. So let's start with the big picture. Which quarterback would you give the edge? This is tricky. Ben Roethlisberger or Aaron Rodgers?
You got two great young quarterbacks, both in their prime. Roethlisberger's got a couple Super Bowls under his belt. So at least in the experience category of handling the pressure around the Super Bowl, you'd have to go with Ben. But then on the other hand, you've got Aaron Rodgers, who probably athletically and as far as being just maybe one of the best bright young quarterbacks in the league athletically right now, he's got to be the guy that you point to there. So it'd be a gut feeling at this point. You ask me for my gut feeling even 2 weeks out. I haven't given this much consideration after tonight. I'm going to stick in the NFC black and blue division and go with my man Aaron Rodgers.
Going with tradition.
California kid.
Over 2 Super Bowl rings. This is also challenging. How about the rest of the offensive units, running backs, and wide receivers?
Again, they stack up favorably. The physical presence that the Pittsburgh Steelers have played with really for years and years is still present. Mendenhall had a great game today. The offensive line, they may have an issue at center because they got an injury in this AFC Championship game, but I think top to bottom, I think Pittsburgh stacks up certainly in the running game. The passing game, I'm going to have to give it to Green Bay. The receiving core, probably the best in the league. And then that newfound running game they've got with James Starks is right there as well.
Both teams have very physical defenses. Which team, though, is superior on D?
Yeah, I think it's very close at this point.
You can say push.
Who's superior? Let's give it a push at this point. Neither one of these teams slowed the other one down when these two teams played last year. There's nothing that really stands out right now as there's one dominant defense going into this game.
Do you want to give Mike Tomlin the coaching edge over Mike McCarthy because Tomlin has a ring? However, McCarthy this year dealing with 15 players on the IR.
That's got to count for something. And they happen to be coming into these playoffs, maybe the hottest team in the league. They go in as a favorite over the number 2 seed in the AFC. So I got to think just, the fact that the momentum is behind Green Bay right now. They've won all their games on the road in this, this playoff race so far. They're looking pretty good.
I want to build the drama, so I'm not going to ask for your official Super Bowl pick. You got to keep it logged on to foxsports.com for that. But what kind of game do you think it's going to be? Let me take you back to last season. These teams hooked up for nearly 1,000 yards of total offense.
And we know that the regular season a year ago means little today. You've got Aaron Rodgers. Certainly, you think that's a tough guy to slow down. Although the Bears did it to some degree today. Pittsburgh got shut down in the second half. I think you've got two great defenses. I don't think we're going to have the 37-36 shootout we had, when they were back in the regular season a year ago. This is a lot more pressure, a lot more drama. Defenses are playing better. We don't want to have the type of shootout that we had back then.